Hey, Ben. My name's Keegan. I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm not sure if you've noticed recently, but I'm a huge sports fan, and recently I've noticed how ESPN's becoming really left-wing and how they're embracing left.
Yeah, you caught on.
Yeah, and the anthem protests. Yeah, I know, big mystery, right? I also got a follow-up question after this, but I'm just saying, why is ESPN embracing that left-wing politics into their audience?
Okay, so I think that some of it is bubble think, and some of it I think is actual market research that's driving them to the left. So the bubble think is pretty simple. Most of the people in sports media exist on the coast. They exist in New York or LA. They exist in big media markets. Those big media markets lean left, so the pool from which they're drawing is a bunch of people who are left. The market research that I'm talking about, and I actually have done a pretty deep dive on ESPN because I used to watch ESPN incessantly. I used to love ESPN. I used to be a subscriber to Sports Illustrated. I canceled my subscription circa 2015 when every week it seemed they were putting Caitlyn Jenner on the cover, someone who had not been athletically relevant since before my birth. And so at that point I was like, okay, if I want to read about transgenderism, I'll get People magazine. If I want to read about sports, please give me some news about a sport involving balls. Kind of went somewhere I wasn't expecting, but you know. So here's what the market research says. What the market research says is that ESPN spends an outsized amount of time focusing on the NBA. They think that's the real growth area, is the NBA. And if you look at the constituency of people who watch the NBA, it is disproportionately black folks who watch the NBA and are watching longer hours. Particularly young black men are watching the NBA in larger numbers. Those people tend to be more politically to the left. And that means that ESPN is skewing to the left in order to pick up some of those viewers. That at least would not be illogical. That would at least make a certain amount of sense. I think it's a big mistake on their part because I think that, number one, I love the NBA. I love watching the NBA, but I don't want my NBA infused with politics. I think black folks are just as likely to watch the NBA whether it's infused with politics or not. When we all tune into ESPN, I think we all are wanting to watch the same thing. And I'm not really that concerned about what LeBron James' message is putting on his sneakers on opening night. And I'm much more concerned with, are these people good at basketball? I think it's a mistake by ESPN. I think they're losing subscribers hand over fist, and I think that they should. But I think that that's probably the combined reason behind the move to the left.
All right, thank you. Now, my follow-up question is, do you think the University of Tennessee should keep Bush Jones?
So I do not know enough about this issue to speak to it.